It's a great day to crochet. Today's yarn of the day is Ice Yarn's Baby Modal. Now, this label is messed up, but I double checked the website so that I would make sure to tell you all of the right fibers, weight, and everything. So this yarn is made out of 55% modal, 45% acrylic. It's categorized as a three-way yarn. And this yarn is really soft. Modal is a type of rayon, and so if you think about clothes that are made out of rayon, the softness of those clothes and the drapiness of those clothes, and you will get a pretty good idea of this yarn. So let's take a closer look. When we take a closer look, you can see that this is not a really smooth yarn. It does have some fluffiness to it. And when I pull the yarn apart, it's made out of 5 of these different fibers. Now I've pulled one of them apart, so these are the 4 that were along with this, and this was twisted into one piece to make the 5th one. I pulled it apart so you can see that there is fluffiness and twist in this yarn, and that's what makes it fluffy and soft. Now I have a sample that I've done some crocheting and some knitting so you could see the texture. It's not a smooth yarn at all, but it feels really good. And I've taken my knitting needle out so you can see that it frogs out really easily. None of those fibers catches on each other. So take a close look at this yarn worked up. And then here's a sample that I've washed and dried. I washed it on a delicate cycle in cold water, and I dried it on high heat. Now, if you take a look at the edge of the fabric, it did have some fuzzing compared to the swatch that I just worked up. But the softness of this fabric feels just as good. The wash sample is just as soft as the sample that has been worked up. It might have softened it a little bit, but not much, because this is really a soft yarn. And if you take a look at it, it's very drapey. And the washed sample is even drapier, and it also feels lighter. So I really like this yarn. When we take a look at the before and after picture, you can see that it shrunk up about 1/4 of an inch in length and not really anything in the width. This really surprised me because rayon is notorious for shrinking in the dryer. And even though at least half of this is made out of rayon, it's shrunk up a lot less than even acrylic does. On the Ice Yarns website, the Baby Modal yarn comes in a lot of beautiful colors. And right now it's on sale for 99 cents for each 50-gram ball. If this were the only package of yarn you were going to purchase, you would pay $1.99 per 50-gram ball, or almost $4 for a 100-gram skein. Most yarn comes in 100 grams, and I don't think $4 is a bad price, even with shipping included. If you were going to purchase a second package of yarn, that would reduce your price to $1.81 per 50-gram ball, or $3.62 for 100 grams. That's a pretty good deal. And I know a lot of people say that the shipping is high, but when you factor in the shipping with the low cost of the yarn, it's really not that different than purchasing it in the store.